Sup, Warhammer 40k fans. We're a little weird. We love knowing as much as we can about the universe, and there are some people who actually base their life about knowing more than the other person. These people have problems. Stay away from them. But given the nature of Warhammer 40k, since it's been around since the bloody 80s, understanding every single fact, pretty much impossible. And you don't need to, because you got people like me who actually know these weird facts. Why? Don't ask. I got a lot of time on my hands. So here are 5 Warhammer 40k facts that I guarantee you did not know existed. And if you did, well, shit, watch the video anyway. It took me a while to make.
Number 5.
So we come to the White Scars. And when everyone looks at the White Scars, they're like, yeah, Mongol lads. Grand, we know about them. But did you know which faction of the Mongols they were based off?
What?
Yeah, that's right. Most people think that they were based off the original OG Mongol Empire, because Khan, Jagatai Khan, etc. But if you look into it, they're actually more closely tied to and resemble the Yuan dynasty of the Mongol Empire, which was the sect of the Mongol Empire which ended up ruling all of China during the 14th century. So, if you ever read up about the Khan, he always makes a note that, hey, he and his boys, they love culture, arts, and what culture and arts in particular? Calligraphy, poetry, philosophy. And while the Mongols did indeed have their own cultural traditions, if you look into it carefully, you'll notice that there's a fair few semblances between the Chinese style. And it's often said amongst scholars that while the ruling dynasty often influences its populace, in this case the populace influenced the ruling dynasty. I don't like it because people often forget that the Yuan Chinese were indeed a thing. Mongol-Chinese hybrid dynasty. No one really knows about it, and no one really knows about the White Scars in canon. So this is good. I like this.
Number 4.
Then we come to Ultramar, Rome in space. Ave Dominus Imperator Rex. God, I love Rome. But most people think that Ultramar just means really good ultra, and they think, oh, the Ultramarines, they're the best, Lamau, stupid. And that's mainly because of Matt Ward and his shenaniganeries, but in actuality, the word Ultramar has its own meaning. Ultramar refers to territories that a country or kingdom has that exist outside of its original borders, especially across the sea. For example, Great Britain had an Ultramar consisting of India, South Africa, some parts of the Middle East, as well as Australia. Those were Ultramars of the British Empire. So Ultramar refers to an empire outside the boundaries of the main empire. And that goes into it unique, with Ultramar often being referred to as the empire within the Imperium. Because even when Big E found Guilliman, his empire was the largest, consisting of 500 worlds. And it existed farthest away from Terra. So that's why it's called Ultramar. And the Ultramarines are known as the Marines of Ultramar. Hence their name. So stop hating on Gillidan for God's sake, goddammit. Leave them alone, and leave the Ultramarines alone. Blueberry is a great color.
Number 3.
Right, Lord Lover Nugget himself, good old Dragon Dad, Vulcan. And take a look at Vulcan. He's big, he's strong, he's burly, and he likes a big hammer and he makes big things. So you'll be thinking, I got you, Brad. Vulcan's named after the god of forging, huh? That's where you're going with it, huh? I see you. Wrong! You are incorrect, sir! Vulcan is not named after the god of the forge. See, when Vulcan landed on Nocturne, he was picked up by a chap named Nabel, his dad. And Nabel decided to name him after the king of the Salamanders. The Salamanders being the biggest pseudo-dragons of Nocturne, the greatest species. And the greatest amongst even them was known as Vulcan, their king. So, Vulcan was named after the king of the Salamanders, because he is indeed the king of the Salamanders. Vulcan. God, I love Dragon Dad. He's great.
Number 2.
So, most people think that, hey, the best people to be is probably an Inquisitor or some stuff, right? They're the most powerful. Of course, actually, this
is incorrect.
While the Inquisition is indeed one of the most powerful entities, they're not the most powerful. The most powerful are rogue traders, in fact. See, they have something known as the Warrant of Trade, and this particular item empowers them to go beyond the boundaries of the Imperium, to do whatever they want. So they actually act outside of the borders of the Imperium. Thus, they can do whatever they want. The Inquisition can't say shit. And this isn't one of those things where it's just like, oh, lip service. No, literally the Inquisition can't do anything because a lot of rogue traders have Xenos as a part of their crew, like Eldar and Tau in Kroot. And what can the Inquisition do? Nothing, because they're out of bounds. and they create literal miniature empires. And in some cases, they're given space marines to serve, their own space marines. It's like, bruh. These guys are the best thing, way better than any stupid Inquisitor, and people often forget about them, because I don't know why. Hopefully with like the new game that's coming up, it's gonna be amazing, but being a rogue trader, quality.
And finally, number 1.
Finally, we come to the last and the oldest, the idea of hybrids. So I mentioned way back when I started this vid, that Warhammer 40k has been around since the 80s. It's been around for a long time. So, way back when, there was the idea of hybrids. There were human hybrids with other races, such as elves and orcs. There are even cases of a chap by the name of Ilian Nastis, who is a half-human, half-Eldar astropath who became the chief librarian of the Ultramarines. Now, I'm just putting it out here, this lore probably doesn't exist. It most definitely is not canon, because it was in the first edition of Warhammer. So this is not true probably now. This is definitely not true. But
I don't like where this is going.
with the Imperium getting so friendly with the Eldar of late, and with the nature of the Imperium being decentralized, now more than ever it's plausible to have human-Eldar relations. So we may end up maybe seeing something like that in the future. Is it a pipe dream? Oh, you bet your sweet ass it is. But it could happen. So, there are 5 facts about Warhammer 40k that I guarantee that you did not know. And if you didn't know them, you now need to subscribe to this channel. I have got you. You are trapped now.
We've been tricked, we've been backstabbed, and we've been quite possibly bamboozled.
And if you did know them, well, shit, drop me a comment down below on a fun fact that I did not know about, and I don't know, I'll give you a high five. I mean, I don't really know how I'm gonna do it through the it's whatever, I'll figure it out. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. It means the world to me that you watch all the way to the end. Before you go, if you love this channel, if you love what we do, and, well, you're feeling very, 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 very generous, and if you can afford it only, please do not bother giving me cash. If you're strapping for your own, take care of yourself first, then you can worry about good old Brad. We have a Patreon, where for as little as $3 per month, you will be access to the Discord server of the Ranger Trooper Corps, entry into the Legion of Legends, as well as votes and schedules as to what we do, how we're going to do that, and what you'll see on this channel. Not only that, you get involved with me, and the first 20 people who sign up for Patreon will receive an exclusive Patreon-only audio drama that will not be released. Only you guys will get. First 20 people sign up. Be the first person to sign up now and I will give you a hug if I ever see you IRL. But if you had a poor childhood growing up and thus have problems with long-term commitments, don't worry. There's a place called Buy Me a Coffee where you can buy me a coffee, or in this case a soda, because Lord knows I make my own coffee, prefer my own coffee, but God almighty do I ever keep the soda business in business. It's just Lord almighty have mercy, I drink a lot of soda a day. Considering that I am not monetized, if you want to drop me a stream donation, but you know, I can't do that yet, it takes a bit of time. But if you just want to give me like $5 that you don't want to worry about or whatever, head on over to buymeacoffee.com, you can slip your boy $5, it's solid. Again, only do this if you want to, and only consider doing this if you can afford to. But that's it. The Salamence video will be out this week. I swear to God it will be, even if I have to conjure some foul sorcery. But other than that, I have been General Bradley 101. You've been beautiful, awesome, and amazing people. Thank you oh so very much for watching. Remember, stay truthful out there, boys and gals. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that nonsense down below, and I will catch y'all next time. Dismiss, Rangers. Look, all I'm saying is, Eldar Waifu.